a shredder. This is a shredder from Embassy. And Embassy shredders on hsn.com are always a customer pick. This is one of a brand new one, and this is an auto shredder. So you can put up to 100 documents in here at once, and it will shred and shred and shred. But to start out, I want you to hear something, because I was playing around with this, and I think we got this one on, but listen. This is one of the quietest shredders. I love the window where you can see, you know, everything being shredded. You also see when it's full and it's time to change out the bag inside. Yes, a bag inside. So we even include with this shredder a shred care package, which has the lubrication sheets where you just put it in like you would put in a piece of paper, and it lubricates all the gears. But there's also a bag. It's like a little garbage bag. So when you pull this out, you take the little bag out, throw it away, and it makes it even like, it makes everything about it so easy. I love my Embassy shredder. Today we took off $65. I'm like, wow, $65. So all you have to do is pick which color goes with your decor. And again, this is, you know, new in stock, so we've got all the colors. So I've got navy, and then we have white, and then we've got red. This is a shiny, like, race car red. I love the red. We also have it in gold. And then the last color, Rob, is that purple that we're calling it, I think, on .com? Oh, that one's black. Okay, kind of reflecting upside down and backwards. I apologize. Black, gold, red, white, and navy. So, oh, and next to me, I've got the gray, which is, you know, and it's on wheels. So without further ado, let me bring in our expert shredder, Mr. Bill Duggan, who will be shredding his cares away throughout the presentation.
Yes, actually call it
cleansing
therapy, Helen.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. And Helen, you actually launched this over the weekend, and it has been so popular because we're excited to get Embassy back. It has been months, and this is something we all need because we have tax documents, we have stuff that comes in the mail. That's why the federal government tells us we need to shred our documents. So what you're going to notice is something's different. The color is different. The shred is going to be a smaller shred, which we'll get into. But the big game changer, a lot of people are upgrading, is this door in the back. Why? This is that auto shred tray. So as the stacks have grown over the summer, or, you know, over the school year, and I realized I need to clean up. I got a stack of 30 pages here, 20 pages, 100 sheets I can take and just load it up and walk away. Now, I mean, Helen, back in the day, we could never walk away from our shredder because we were afraid it's going to jam and overheat. So as it's doing its thing, I mean, you want a cup of coffee? You want to go for a walk? I mean, it's going to just keep going and going. All our shredders come on casters. They come fully assembled, so you just plug it in and just go to town in terms of cleaning up the clutter, protecting your identity. And that identity protection is the #1 reason why we need to have a shredder. The federal government even tells us we need to shred all of these documents. And the crazy part about it, Helen, your need is going to be different from mine because, you know, I'm going through a refinance, you're going through medical stuff, the list goes on and on, travel documents. So you take all this stuff, it's automatically shredding. I can load up the front drawer that has a 9-sheet capacity, which is great and convenient. You point it out the window. Someone on one of our reviews called it the instant gratification window because you're going to see page 10 go in and you're going to see what it looks like on the other side. It does ship for free, which is awesome. So think about it. This cardboard, recycle the cardboard. Don't recycle your identity. Rip off that mailing label and send that cardboard even through. Even though that is powering through, it's not screaming, hissing, because that quiet feature is something people appreciate as well. I love the fact it has a nice large waste bin. Because, Helen, my home office is really small. I use this as my trash can, and then when I need to shred, I shut that door. But I want to show everyone what this shred looks like. Actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to switch out for a clear bin so you can see it live in action. So this is micro shred. And if you're thinking of shredders that is something like this is that strip cut that we all grew up with. It's from the 70s. I hate to say it's 50 years old because that's about my age. Thank you, Ellen, right there. That is 30 shreds per page. And I'm sure if you look closely enough, you can read a little bit of information.
Oh yeah, like a social security number right here.
Yes.
You can get some tape and put this together, yeah.
Easily. And that's why we've moved away from that because, you know, someone gets the employee ID number and it just, you don't want it out there. We went to cross-cutting, definitely smaller. So we went from 30 shreds to about 300. But you're getting that fine green shred, that micro cut shred. So 300 shreds to thousands of shreds. And Helen, what you see in front of you is just one page. What you're getting can go through multiple pages automatically. So this is that strip cut. Again, we've seen it before. It's been around, but it's not foolproof. Crosscut was definitely a better option, worth every penny. But if you're going to spend some money on protecting your identity, watch what happens. The gears are going to get bigger. The teeth are going to multiply. And I'll be honest, the unit gets a little heavier because it's going through all of this. That's why the casters matter. That's why the performance matters. That's why even our care package we include matters, because we'll keep those gears nice and lubricated. But at the end of the result, getting that fine shred versus this big clunky shred, that's nice. And Helen, how many of us have done this? You know what? It's not going to happen to me. I'm just going to throw it away, right? So we go and throw it away. Look how much space that one page takes up versus everything that just keeps going and going. And I'm already, a third of the way done of my stack of 100 pieces just by loading it up. See why everyone's excited about it. Get one and pick your color while we got it.
Absolutely. And a matter of fact, let's talk about identity theft. The FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, I'm going to read a quote for you. There are many steps consumers can take to minimize the risk of being an identity theft victim. For example, consumers should closely guard their social security number and shred charge receipts, copies of credit applications, and other sensitive documents. This isn't Bill and I writing that. That's the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission. So, everything from private medical, and by the way, this is a dual shredder, so you could be shredding here and shredding here at the same time. I've got two going in at once, and it's still, I could put 100 in this pile. I just can't, I am so impressed with how whisper quiet this is. It's also on wheels. You're done, you can close this up if you just want to use the front one. And I want to give you the footprint of this. So it's 13 inches high, 9 inches wide, and 18.5 inches high. 13 inches lengthwise and 18.5 inches. So, in the small spaces on little wheels here, this can be your home office. We're thinking about back to school. We're kind of revving up. A lot of people are, working at home in the last few years, and then their company says, guess what? You're always going to work at home. Say, my husband, he went into, work, but now his company's like, you know what? Forever work at home. He needs a home office. He needs a computer, a printer, and a shredder. That's all part of that. And I'll tell you, speaking about working here, I work for a publicly traded company, HSN. There's lots of documents that we get that are private for us, things that, we're not allowed to, have the general public because of stock things, and there's laws. We have to keep that. You have something printed out, you better shred that. You might be responsible. I'm going to tell you something else. This will shred like a CDs. I've been in the Screen Actors Guild for many years. I did my first commercial when I was 17, so I'm part of the voting committee for the DVD, so they send me screener copies, and each copy is embedded with my information on it. So if somebody got it, I would be in huge trouble. I watch them, and then you shred them. I can give example after, you're personally responsible for those copies when they send you those DVDs. It's like the old Mission Impossible. It has to, you watch it and then it disappears. So I know that there's lots of businesses out there. Maybe you're in the real estate business. I owned a house once and I rented it when I first moved here, and I got applications from people about, they were prospective renters. They gave me their social security number. I do not want that to be, I don't want to be the person responsible for having it out there. So that, I shredded all that information. I think that so many people have not only your own personal information, but other people's. And plus, Bill, there's hosts here that have had their identity stolen, right? And more than one, too.
Yes.
Marlo,
Shannon
right?
Smith.
And Shannon Smith, yes.
It happened to myself, and that's just it. For most of us with identity theft, we don't realize we're that victim until it's too late. Until we sit down and try to refinance our house, get a good card deal or something like that. This is the first step. So you're protecting your identity with a smaller, finer, harder to put together shred. But then you're also getting rid of the clutter, and that really feels good. I was actually doing a purge in the office, found an old checkbook, canceled checks. No joke, Helen. There's a check in here from 1993 for Long's Drugstore, Lucky Market. Some of these businesses aren't even around. But you know what it is? I still have this bank account. My full name is on here, my middle initial. Got a little bit of information. If I was just to do this,
that routing number.
Right, exactly. You mentioned owning a home. I used to own a home here, and I just found in cleaning up the old HOA statements from 2009. Again, my name. Do you ever get those security questions? Which address was your home on? And it's like, and that's just it. It will give out that information.
That's right.
Unless
That's
you
a
are
security
shredding
question.
it.
Have you lived any of these other homes? And it lists a bunch of addresses. Well, listen,
I don't know.
it's amazing how dogged and how hardworking some of the thieves are in finding your information. Maybe they should take that energy into doing something else, but I will tell you
Wouldn't that be nice?
Right, wouldn't that be nice? But you know, it's fairly easy to protect yourself if you follow some basic steps. You know, like, you know, I personally have all my credit frozen and I have a PIN with the IRS. I mean, I do everything possible. But shredding is really important. And, you know, because I work on television, there's security people that we have at our network that, like, you know, kind of counsel us on things to do to be secure if you're in the public eye. One of the things is shredding documents. And it's so simple and so easy. It's really, and I think, you know, I'm gonna tell you something else. It's something you need to teach your kids about. There's so many things, you know, I'm a mom, I have a 22-year-old, and as she goes out into the world, she's a college graduate, you know, out into the world, I think of what are the lessons I've taught her? A little thing of just shredding those documents will save her this huge pain in the butt if you get your identity stolen. So it's a big deal. Let me go over the colors again, because I'm hearing that the navy is the most popular and flying out the door. So if you want the navy, it was not the one we had the most in, and it's been the most popular. So if you can grab it in this presentation. The white is available. Maybe you're gonna keep it in your laundry room or your kitchen. This is perfect. The red is, like, I think so fun when you get it home, you're gonna see how vibrant it is. And then we have the gold. The gold is very sophisticated. If you have, like, a very elegant home, I think they'll look perfect. And then of course we have black. Any home office will look very professional, you know, with the black. Or, you know, by the way, I talk about the home. If you have a business, this is an Embassy shredder. 100 automatic. This is good enough for a business, right, Bill?
Definitely. I upgraded my family. They were so excited. I went to the business and I was making copies, had to shred the extras. I turn around, permanent marker written all over it, only 3 pages at a time. So I would have had to count out 3 pages and stand there and feed it. Not with this one. They can load up that 100 pages. You know what I recently did? I just took a vacation, came back, went through all my mail. I'm like, okay, keep, get rid of, get rid of, get rid of. I took that entire stack of junk mail. I just loaded it up in that tray, and I went back to unpacking and starting the laundry. This is so convenient, and I love how you talk about getting our kids in the practice of it. I understand shredding in the back in the day, it was a chore, it was a full-time job, we put it off. When it looks good, leave it out, get a color you like, so you're gonna use it on the daily, because all of a sudden, this stuff I don't need. Please notice my 100 pages are gone. I can still keep shredding. It has not overheated.
I just put a pile in here too.
Crazy.
What I like is that you can pop your pile of papers and walk away.
Yeah,
you just, you can see this like stack that as a matter of fact, here's the last ones are going in. You're missing it. I put the whole stack in there. I don't have anything else to shred. And then you pop it in.
Keep going.
You're on your way, right, Bill?
Yeah, and that's just it. You do kind of get addicted to it. It feels good because it's not a chore. It's like, oh my gosh, that was easy. What else can I find? What else can I get rid of and make space in my office? Or, you know, and get rid of those boxes that are under the bed or out in the garage. Upgrade to Embassy. I'm going to tell everyone a quick little insider trick. This has been so popular. They're actually adding shows, but they're not adding colors. So if you do see your color, grab it now because leave it out. I like the red. It reminds me to shred. I like that silver or gray because it goes with my appliances. You'll appreciate having it every day you use it.
Now, Bill, you're going to be coming back later on because we've got lots more goodies.
Brand new deal.
We've got a brand new deal. Yeah, we've got some really, really fun things coming up. All right, thank you, my friend. All right, so you're going to see Bill back in a second, but keep shopping. Remember, the Navy is the one that's going to go. All right, well, we're going to continue on.